Hey everyone, this is Captain Orlando Muniz with Nomad Fishing Charter. Tonight I'm bringing you this week's fishing report. It's June 16th, 2023, and before I get started with the fishing, I just wanted to wish all of the dads out there a happy Father's Day. This coming Sunday is Father's Day, so if you haven't already done so, get out there and do some fishing. Today I was fortunate enough to get out and fish on my own for a little bit. Took a buddy of mine out and we just went to fun fish a little bit, just explore, try some things that we don't normally get to do on charters and stuff like that. And sometimes when you gamble like that, it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. Today we really kind of went with a one-track mind. We wanted to bottom fish. We wanted to try to anchor in a little bit deeper water than we normally do, and just try to do some different things. It didn't quite work out the way we planned. One of the factors was number one, the bait was tough. We had plenty of pilchards, which we had caught a couple days ago. They were great looking pilchards, but not necessarily what we wanted today. We did manage to get some ballyhoo, which were good for the bottom fishing. We wanted to try to catch some speedos. We did see some. We came across some, but we could not get them close enough to the boat to catch them. So that kind of like threw things off a little bit. The other really limiting factor today was the current. The current has been screaming here out in front of Miami the last couple of days off Key Biscayne. Anywhere from, I would say, from Fowey Light to the north, it's been screaming. I did hear there was some light current in the Keys today. I don't know how much, I don't have a lot of information on that, but I did hear that that current down there slowed quite a bit. But it's been roaring here anywhere from, I would say, minimum of almost 3 miles per hour up all the way up to like sometimes 4 miles per hour. We did have some difficulty trying to anchor some of these deeper spots. It was just too fast. We ended up anchoring in a much shallower spot, not exactly where we wanted to fish. We weren't really prepared to fish shallow, so it kind of threw things off. We did catch a few fish. We actually lost what I thought was a pretty nice black grouper, which we pulled the hook on. Got us in the wreck, stuff like that. But, and we did catch a few other fish, nothing crazy to mention. The fishing has been okay, not red hot. There's still a few mutton snappers around. They've actually been chewing pretty good. Captain Art landed a real nice one yesterday, probably about 12-pounder, which is really nice for Miami. And he did have a second one that he lost to a shark right by the boat. He was able to see it. He had it on the leader when the shark ate it. So there are some nice muttons around if you put in the time. We hit several spots today, and we were marking some nice fish on the bottom. Like I said, we weren't able to fish them efficiently the way we would have liked. As far as the sail fishing goes, it's there's still a few sailfish around, nothing crazy. If you put in the time, you will catch them. I don't think it's what I would recommend right now, but while you're drifting and stuff like that, it's not uncommon to catch one. We did catch one on our last trip before today. There's still some tunas around, not the real big ones. We haven't been seeing the real big ones lately, but then again, the winds have been kind of weird. We've had a lot of like westerly breezes, and we did have no current there for a few days. Right now, the current's ripping, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little last minute push of blackfins, like the last little group. I'm hoping for that. I did get a report today from up in Palm Beach. Looks like they were biting pretty good up there. Hopefully some of those fish will make it down to us. What else? Yellowtailing, snapper fishing for bottom fish has been okay. Nothing red hot. I did speak to one guy who's been fishing down in Key Largo the last couple of days, and he said they've been getting a lot of muttons down there. So it's good as you go south, it gets better. Kingfish, there's still some kings around, decent size, nothing crazy. We didn't get a lot of kingfish bites today. I think we only had a couple kingfish bites, and we pulled the hook on one, and I think we missed another one. So like I said, we weren't really fishing for them, but there are some around. There were also a couple of nice swordfish caught this week out deep, and that's been pretty much it. Oh, how could I forget the mahi? There is a bunch of mahi offshore right now. The problem is a lot of them are shorts. Captain Art that fishes with me was out running his family boat today, and he told me they caught probably about 30 fish, 25, 30 fish, and he says they ended up with about a handful of keepers. He says it was mostly throwbacks, a lot of small fish. And then I heard, on the radio today, some guys fishing in 1,200 feet, 1,100 feet, 1,300 feet. That seems to be where the fish are being caught, mostly on the birds. So if you find the birds, you find the mahi. Like I said, the only issue is most of the fish are small. There was one boat that got out a couple days ago, early in the morning, and I'm not sure what they found. I don't know the details. Nice floater, and they limited out on some really nice looking mahi. So there are some pods coming around, some schools of nice sized mahi, but for the most part, they are small. Like I said, 11 to 1,300 feet is where they were at today. That could change. The wind seemed to be coming a little more out of the east, which should push them in a little closer. I know a couple days ago, they were in like 900 feet. So anywhere in there is good. Just look for the birds, look for signs of life, and that's where you're gonna wet your baits. Well, guys, with that said, last thing I want to mention before I forget, I know a lot of you like to hear about the bait. Bait's been tough. We had to do a little bait run earlier this week, and we did manage to catch some pilchards really early in the morning, and they were tough. We had to work for them, but we got enough to get us through the week. But they have been tough. This morning we stopped, we looked around, couldn't find them. We tried to catch some herring. They weren't cooperating. Got a few cigar minnows and a few tomtates and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. We stopped at another spot, and we were able to net about a dozen ballyhoo, which, we really wanted more than that, but they weren't having anything to do with the boat. They were just staying way back, and they were really tough to catch. So the bait's been tough, whether it's herring, pilchard, cigars, everything's been a little bit tough lately. That could change, changes day to day, but that's where we're at right now. On those really calm days, you might find some herring off the beach. You can see them dimpling and stuff like that. When the wind picks up, they get a lot harder to spot. Well, guys, with that, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy your weekend, and happy Father's Day.